Hold on, guys. I'm adding the camera in. Screen audio. No, we want Mac OS camera. Hold on, video capture device. Okay, we got it figured out. Hold on. Now, all I need to do is pull up the stream, which should be pretty easy. Okay, I don't know what's going on in the garage, but hold on. So we pull up the stream, right? So where would that be, though, is the question. Oh, here it is. So, the technique we're gonna write this with, so have you guys ever, like, here, so what I'm gonna do to try and explain it is, I'm gonna show you this. Hold on. So, you take an octave, right, or like any interval, right, and you tremolo that, and then you hit notes on the inside with 2 and 4, or maybe 2 and 3, 4 and 3, I don't really care, but look, so like, you go, now the main goal of this is to have such, like, strength in your fingers and, like, independence that you can just, like, not lift up the middle notes. But also, the other goal is to be able to put down the notes. So, like this. So, here we go. We're going to start out with, how about this? So we got to make sure both hands get the workout from it, but so maybe we keep the melody in the left hand and we keep the harmony in the right hand for the beginning, and then we'll swap it so that way the right hand can do the melody and the left hand can get the workout. So this is going to be based on endurance too, so let's figure this out. Hold on. So let's start out with a cool chord and a key signature and all that, so let's figure this out. So if we want to start in A flat minor, maybe. No, there's really no good way to do that other than... We could do D flat, maybe. I'm not sure what I want to do. So, let's see. So I want this to kind of sound like a storm, but like, or like a snow field. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like, it's like Chasnage, but like happier. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could work. So we're gonna start with a D flat key signature. Hold on. So we gotta start with the treble clef, of course. That's what we always do. And I write really hard, so let's hope we don't make any big mistakes. But hold on. Now what we do with this is we go treble clef, and then we start with the key signature. So we go flat, 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 D flat, and then we go G flat last. Alright, so we'll get this into muse score eventually, but we gotta finish writing it first, I think. So, hold on. Let me think of a time signature too. So if I want to do like... Yeah, so we could write something like that. So hold on. So let me think about this. So we want to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So like 6, 8 probably would work the best. That looks like an awful 6, 8. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'd like to be able to read my handwriting. So now we start with that, but now in the left hand, you have to get the same thing going, but with the bass clef. And then we put in the 6, 8. And then bam, now we got our piece officially started. So hold on. Because I was writing a nocturne with this melody, but I feel like it might work better in this, because this might sound cooler. So let me think about it. Yeah, something like that. So that's going to be our starting melody. So hold on. So I think we should start with the inside tremolos first. Oh, would you look at that? I'm getting an ear training reminder. Not right now. We have until about 1:30, so hold on. So we want to start, of course, with the inside tremolos. So how are we going to do that? We're going to start with figuring out the first note, which is going to be a really high F. But we're just going to notate it as 8VA. Actually, no, we'll just do 8VA on the staff because that's going to work more effectively. No, so now, this is the problem here. I gotta figure it out, but I think what we gotta do is we gotta put the melody with stems facing down. And the reason being is because we want to fit the tremolo inside it. So if it's blocking it off, then the tremolo can't continue past it. If you know what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone, but here we go. So now we go little note in the chord, right? So we go little note there, little note there, little note there, little note there, and we go one E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a. Perfect. Okay, so now what we do is we hit them with 30-second notes. So that's gonna be like this. So hold on. So it's gonna sound like this. Okay, so that's what we need to do. So we need to hit them with the 30-second notes right there. And then we get the so now the goal is to make it sound soft, but why am I playing that? Hold on. So now we got that already. So now we need to hit it with the so the left hand, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we might do octave D flats, right? And then we'll go, because this is a oh wait, you know what? That's so smart. Hold on. So that's gonna require some serious work because look. So if you hit the octaves, but if you hit the hard to do. Hold on. So that might be the way to go. Because we want it to be difficult without being, like, impossible. So hold on. So now we hit... There we were hitting a... No, maybe we should do... Hold on, I'll be right back. Just need to throw this out real quick. Alright. So, we got the idea for the right hand. So we need, like, some sort of... We need to fix that first of all, because it's going to be an octave first. So yeah, so that's what we gotta do. We gotta work on that technique for sure, but now what we need to do is we need to hit it with the... Okay, so let me think about this. Did he... Okay, here we go. You and Mazeppa. No, so we don't want that perfect fourth going. We instead want to do... Okay, so what we gotta do is we gotta make sure that's dotted, and then we gotta go same thing here. Okay, that's as good as we're gonna get the 30-second notes. that can be harmonized with this, right? So we're going to do bass line in the left hand, and then it's going to jump up to. So we go. So that's going to go down here like. It might actually be easier if I write this out on MuseScore to start with, but I'm not going to.